viewers, welcome back to class. I'm super excited to welcome you guys back to Master Builders Online Academy. Don't forget that this is a continuation class. So if you are new in this channel, do consider subscribing to our channel and ensure that you turn on the post notification bell for more exciting videos. Now guys, listen carefully. For your own advantage, do not skip any part of this video. And also, when you are set to watch and to learn new concepts from this platform, do not welcome any form of distraction. Ensure that you pay close attention so that you can take full advantage of whatever stuff that we have here for you guys. Now listen carefully. If you watch this video for the very first time and you do not understand the video or you do not understand some concepts, guys, you also have the singular opportunity to replay the video over and over again until you understand the concept. And that is the reason why these lessons are coming in video format. Now guys, don't forget to share this video, like this video, and make your necessary comments. If this is understood, let's get to work. Now, on the board we have integration of inverse linear function. In our previous lesson, we looked at integration of linear function, but in this lesson, we have on the board integration of inverse linear functions. And these equations or this integral comes in this form where you have k ax over ax plus c, where k, a, and c are constants. They are integral. The only variable here is x. Constant, where a is the coefficient of x. Now, when you integrate this, what becomes your answer? Now, based on the fact that we are using shortcut in this lesson for year 1 student, we are quickly going to give you the principles that works. Now, listen carefully. You understand that when you understand principles, you become a principal. And when you understand boundary conditions, you will not overstep your boundaries. So if this is taken, now listen and pay close attention to the secret to solving these problems effectively using shortcuts. Now the first thing that you will do is to identify that this fraction, the numerator, is a constant without a function of x. The numerator must be a pure integral, a constant, which is not 0. It can either be 1, 2, 3, 4, positive, or even negative value. But the numerator must be a constant. Then the denominator will be a linear function. Of course, you know what linear functions are. Linear functions are functions that are as ax plus b, 3x plus 6, 3x minus 6, just like that. These are linear functions. In that case, it means that the highest power of x at the denominator is 1. So when the highest power of x at the denominator is 1 and the numerator is purely constant, then you are integrating inverse of linear function. And how do I integrate this? All I need to do is to pull down the numerator all over, differentiate the linear function at the denominator. Whatever you have, put it at the denominator of the original power, which would have given us a. If I differentiate ax plus b, I have a. Then leave off the linear function, ax plus b. Then plus constant. This is the answer to this. So if I am asked to integrate k integral of dx, the answer to this is this. Pull down the numerator all over, differentiate the denominator, which will now serve as the denominator to the original numerator that we were given. Then take the lane of the denominator plus c. But you must ensure that in this aspect, the numerator must be a constant and the denominator must be a linear function for this theorem to work. If not, then you will try out another method. If this is understood, now let's get to work. Now, on the board, we are asked to what? Find the following integrals. We have y is equal to, number 1, y is equal to integral of 1 all over 2 plus 3x dx. This is what we have here. The coefficient of the x here is 1. Now, if this is understood, so the first thing you do is to identify that first, this is a fraction. Now, the numerator must be a constant. Of course, I have 1 at the numerator, which is a constant. Then number 2, I check the denominator, it must be a linear function. Now, I have 2 plus 3s, which is a linear function. So what do I do? The first thing I do, listen carefully because this is a shortcut for objective students. I have that 1 is equal to, what's the numerator here? 1. All over. Now, pull down the function of x at the denominator, which is the linear function. Now, differentiate this function. If I differentiate 2, I have 0. If I differentiate 3x, I have 3. Therefore, 0 plus 3 would have given us 3. Then pull down the 3 at the denominator. Then take the ln of the denominator. Or plus c. And of course, you know that this is equally the same as long base e 2x 2 plus 3x plus c. You can decide to use any one. Now that this is objective, your options will tell you whether you will leave your answer, you will use either ln or log to base e. It's as simple as it. So this and this, they are the same. Whether you use ln or you use log, they are all the same thing. Are you there? So if this is understood, now let's be used to the use of ln. Now let's look at question number 2. We are given that y is equal to integral of 5 over 4 plus 10x dx. Similarly, when we look at this, this is a fraction. We are integrating fraction. So first, to know whether you are dealing with what? Inverse linear function, you must ensure that the numerator is constant. Of course, the numerator is a constant without x. That the denominator is a linear equation, which is 4 plus 10x. What do I do to this guy? I need to differentiate. It's as simple as this. So my general solution here is equal to pull down the numerator, given all over. Now pull down the function of x and the denominator, which is 10x. When I differentiate 4 plus 10x, I have 10. Because when I differentiate 4, I have 0. When I differentiate 10x, I have 10. That would have become my denominator here. Then the ln of the denominator, 4 plus 10x plus c. Now, 5 can go into 10, or 10 is divisible by 5. So our final answer would have been 5 into itself is 1, and 5 into 10 is 2. Ln of 4 plus 10x plus c. This is the answer to this question number 2. We have question number 3. We have that y is equal to integral of 7 over 1 minus 8x dx. So finally, answer becomes, the first thing you do is to look at the numerator. A linear function or constant is a constant, an integral. Then look at the denominator. Is it a linear? Yes, it's a linear function where the power of x is 1. So if this is a linear function, all I just need to do is to put down the numerator. Then when I differentiate 1 minus 8x, I have negative 8. So I have minus 8. So I can put down the minus. Then ln of the denominator, 1 minus 8x plus c. This is the answer to this question. All of these questions we are solving here, they are still under integration by substitution. Integration by substitution. Now, we have question number 4. We are given that y is equal to integral of 6 over 4 minus 9x dx. This is a fraction. I'm integrating a fraction. So first, what do I have at the numerator? What I have at the numerator here is a constant. And now when I look at the denominator, what I have there is linear function. That means I am still dealing with what? Linear, inverse function. So what do I do when I'm dealing with inverse linear function? with shortcut. All I need to do is to put down the numerator. Y is equal to 6 all over. Now, what's the denominator? 4 minus 9x. When I differentiate 4 minus 9x, I have minus 9. So this would have given us minus 6 over 9. Ln of the denominator, 4 minus 9x plus c. It's as simple as this. It's as simple as this. At this point, 9 and 6, they have something in common. 3 is a factor of 6 and equally a factor of 9. So we can decide to divide 6 and 9 by 3. And when we reduce this, y could have become minus 2 over 3. Ln of 4 minus 9x or plus c. This is the answer to question number 4. Now, guys, let's look at question number 5. Question number 5, we have y is equal to integral of 3 over 3x minus 5 all dx. Now, all I need to do is I need to identify the type of function that I have here. This is quotient, where I have a numerator and a denominator. Now, my numerator have to be constant for this to agree with what? Inverse linear function. And now the numerator here is 3 without x. That means a constant. Then the denominator is 3x minus 5, which is a linear function. That means we are still solving the same category of problem. And how do we solve this? All that we need to do is to put down y, put down the numerator, all over. Now, differentiate the denominator, which is the function of x. When we differentiate 3x minus 5, we have 3. Then we put down 3. Ln of the denominator, 3x minus 5 plus c. Now, 3 divided by 3 is 1. Therefore, our answer becomes ln 3x minus 5 plus c. This is the answer to this very question. Guys, this session is using almost every part of integration. They are very, very simple. Only on the ground that you know the principles that works. So when you understand principles, you become a principal. Or when you understand boundary conditions, you will not overstep your boundaries. This is very, very important. So guys, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, do consider subscribing to our channel and ensure that you turn on the post notification bell for exciting videos. And guys, don't forget to share this video, like this video, and make your necessary comment at the comment section. You can replay the video over and over again. You can equally ask your question at the comment section. So see you guys in the next one.